Seoul, South Korea. South Korea has seized a Hong Kong-flagged oil tanker accused of transferring 600 tons of refined oil to a North Korean ship in October in violation of United Nations sanctions, South Korean officials said on Friday. The officials revealed that they had impounded the 11-53-ton tanker, the Lighthouse Winmore, and questioned its crew. The revelation came a day after President Trump accused China of letting fuel oil flow into North Korea through illicit ship-to-ship transfers on international waters. There was no immediate evidence of official Chinese involvement in the Lighthouse Winmore's dealings with the North Koreans. The registered owner of the ship is a Hong Kong company called Winmore Shipping. The only director of that company is Gong Ruqiang, who lives in Guangzhou, China, according to Hong Kong corporate filings. The ship was being leased by a Taiwanese company, South Korean Foreign Ministry officials told reporters on Friday. The Lighthouse Winmore docked at the South Korean port of Yeosu on October 11 to load 14,039 tons of refined petroleum from Japan, they said. 4 days later, it departed Yeosu, saying it was headed for Taiwan. Instead, it transferred the refined oil to 4 other ships in international waters, including 600 tons transferred to the North Korean ship Samjong-2 on October 19, officials said. A similar ship-to-ship transfer involving another North Korean ship, Raesonggang-1, was captured in satellite photos released by the United States Treasury Department on November 21, although the department did not release the name of the other ship involved in the high seas transaction. The South Korean authorities boarded the Lighthouse Winmore and questioned its crew members when they returned to Yeosu on November 24. The ship was formally impounded by South Korea after the United Nations Security Council passed a resolution on December 22 requiring member countries to inspect and impound any vessel in their ports that was believed to have been used for prohibited activities with North Korea. Under those sanctions, countries cannot export more than 500,000 barrels of refined petroleum products, an 89% cut from previous annual shipments, and 4 million barrels of crude oil in total per year to North Korea. They are required to report their oil shipments to the North so that the Council can keep a real-time update of the aggregate amount and determine whether the caps have been reached. The Council has also banned ship-to-ship transfers of oil on the high seas because they can be used as a loophole to avoid the sanctions. The Lighthouse Winmore remains in South Korean custody, officials said Friday. Its 25 crewmen, 23 Chinese citizens and 2 men from Myanmar will be allowed to leave after the investigation is over. Word of the seizure emerged after Mr. Trump used a post on Twitter and an interview with the New York Times to accuse China of letting oil flow into North Korea in defiance of United Nations sanctions, warning that there will be no friendly solution until the flow stops. Mr.